Today we are going to go through the structure of a scientific paper. So what needs to be seen when you pick every scientific paper or a project work. And for the structures of scientific paper, there are sections. There are sections under the structure of a scientific paper. So when you pick a scientific paper, every scientific paper is expected to have a title that gives a brief account to the reader. It enlightens them to know what the study or your project is about. Then it should have an abstract that summarizes the whole project work in a miniature form. Then introduction. The introduction gives account on the background, provide the objective, the reason why you are conducting the study. From the introduction to the literature review, you compare from other studies what other people are also saying. What gap have you identified? Then to the methods. The methods talks about the procedures that the study is going to adopt. Results. What was being found when you went to the field. And then the results should be discussed. That's the discussion. The reason why you got such a result. Provide meanings to those results. Conclusion and recommendation. You conclude based on your results, what you found. And then you provide a recommendation. You provide a blueprint that should be followed. And then acknowledgement. You acknowledge the people that supported you, either your supervisor, your fellow researchers, the institution. And then reference. You give references to your study. You provide the sources that you visited. And the appendices. So the appendices are other informations that you provide. So for the structure, for every session, there should be a scientific process that should be done at every session. So when you pick the title, please make sure you subscribe to my channel, Sharkman on YouTube, Sharkman TV on Facebook. Follow me as we go through scientific writing. So it orients the readers, it gives them some sort of understanding to why you are conducting your study, and to some sort of understanding to why you are conducting the study. And then the abstract, it gives the miniature of the whole project work. It summarizes them into a short and concise words so that people can get the understanding before they even read your project. And then the introduction also address the problem. It address the problem that you are trying to solve, because this is a research that you are doing. You want to come up with a novel ideas. So what are the problems that you are trying to solve? It talks about the objective of the study, what you intend to achieve, the problem statement, the justification. The justifications talk about why your study is of importance. Why your study is of importance. And then literature review. What other people are also saying. Other people in China, what are they also saying? What are other studies? What are other studies also saying based on your study area or the topic? Other people in Ethiopia, other people in Germany, what are they also saying? What are these studies also saying? Then to the methodology. How did we solve the problem? How did we solve the problem? So the methodology talks about the systematic procedures you used in conducting your study. So with an accurate methodology, someone elsewhere can also pick your study and try to do similar at their end with a proper and a well-structured methodology, those people can also conduct that same study at their end without contacting you and get a similar result. Then results. Results is what you found when you went to the field. What did you find? You went through data collection, you took data from the participants. Now, after your analysis, what have you found? That is your result, what you found. Then the result needs to be discussed. You provide discussion, the reason why you got such results. You compare with other people, the reason why other people also got a similar or a contradictory result to your own. You provide meanings to that, the implications of your results. You provide the implications of your results, and then to conclusion and recommendation. So you conclude based on what you found. Then you provide recommendations, the things that needs to be done, because this is a problem that you are trying to solve, or it is an improvement to a project or a program. So what needs to be done in order to improve the program. And then acknowledgement. Acknowledgement talks about the people who helped. So like I said, your supervisor, your colleagues that helps in the data collection, the facilities, your participants, that's key, your participants, you acknowledge your participants. And then references, the previous studies that you visited, you provide references to them. Then we can tell that yes, you actually did the work. You didn't sit somewhere to provide us with this work. You did it yourself, so that we can also acknowledge it. And then appendices. The appendices talks about other informations. The informations can be the ethical clearance, your tables and your figures. So this constitutes the structure of a scientific paper or a project work.